Yo, what's going on, guys? It's your boy DJ KC2102 coming at you again with another video. Before we get into it, I want to thank all the people who've recently tuned into the channel, liked videos, commented. You all are great. You are legends, and I really appreciate it. So for the people who have been watching and aren't subscribed, go ahead and hit that sub button, hit that like button, and let's get into it. So for this video, we're going to be talking about the sphere, the location, the updates, the clues, everything that I was able to research and put together to kind of explain what is actually going on with this location and kind of give you guys some ideas on what to expect coming up forward in Fortnite. So the first one that we have is a tweet from Sizzy on Twitter. He says we should expect 14.10 on September the 8th and 9th. That's because Tony Stark's Rift beacons are activated in event flags to this date. So he also, somebody else said, everyday beacons get more powerful, and the event flag for this is set to end on September 9th. So for this, we believe that the beacons have been turned on, activated, and are growing with power all the way until September the 9th. So here is an image, a recent in-game image of the beacons and how they're activated and what they're doing, right? So you see the aura, the beams, or whatever it is coming off of it, and it's looking like it's growing more and more powerful. And what we have known is that it's going to happen all the way until September 9th. So the next one that we have is an overview tweet from Xenix on Twitter. Basically, the streams from the beacons are swirling around, right, into like a giant circle. So there's a couple of different names that we can actually call it, which can lead us down a different path, right? So we can call it a force field, right? What does a force field do? The force field keeps everything out and stops it from breaking in, protecting everything inside. Or we can call it a sphere, right? Or we can call it, you know, whatever you want to call it, a green bubble, whatever. But here's another image of the green sphere that's activating on the map. So we know that there's going to be POI sounds associated with this area. So according to this tweet on from Laser on Twitter, here are the POI sounds, right? He has a video. If you want to check out those sounds, go ahead and check him out on Twitter. But he goes ahead and shows all the sounds associated when you enter the area that the beacons are affecting, and then when you exit the area. So there's associated in-game mechanics for the area and outside the area. Now, this does remind us of something. In Season 10, we had the location at Loot Lake where the big giant orb was in the middle, and when you got into it, you had the low gravity or the anti-gravity, and you would jump, and there would be, you know, the low gravity sounds, and there was an effect when you entered that area and then when you exited that area, because we were moving into Chapter 2. This does look very similar to that. Is it that? We don't know yet. But moving on, Tony Stark is trying to send stuff from Marvel Universe with wormhole. So if you look at this in-game image on the left, he shows that this is a Fortnite image on the left. The right is just a comparison of what it actually is. But on the left, it's a Fortnite image, and it shows a wormhole on the drawing board that Tony Stark drew up, right? So on the left of that, it shows the beacons, right? So we got the beacons, and then we got this giant wormhole right next to it. So what does that mean? We have the recent updates of the new POI locations, the Trask Industries location, right? We got the Doghouse location, and then we also have the Black Panther location. So all these are from different Marvel universes, right? You got the Ant-Man universe, you got the Black Panther one, and then you also have the X-Men one with the Trask Industries relating to the Sentinels. So if all of these places coincide with rifts being in the game, all of these POIs have rifts. Frenzy Farm also has rifts. These areas inside the beacons are starting to appear with more and more rifts all within the beacon green sphere covered area. Right, here's an overview of the area that's being covered by the beacons and their beams and the green aura and the green sphere. Right, so if we are taking from what we already know, which is Tony Stark's is transporting previous or external Marvel Universe locations to the area, but they're small, we think that these beacons are also transporting a much larger area, right? So why wouldn't it? If he's having it drawn on the drawing board with the beacons and wormholes, and he's already transferring small areas to random parts on the map, this beacon should be bringing in a much larger POI to the game. Now, what would be that big that it would cover that area? We believe that Frenzy Farm is going to be replaced by Anarchy Acres. However, if this beacon force field area is going to be transferring something much larger, because as you can see, Frenzy Farm is only a small piece of this entire area that's being covered. It could be a much larger area that also includes Anarchy Acres, right? He could be bringing in an entire chunk of the Chapter 1 map if that is the case. However, it could be multiple other things. It could be Asgard, right? Dealing with the Thor storyline, dealing with the whole Thor bringing in other Marvel characters to the map into Fortnite. It could have to deal with Asgard, right? If it's a giant location, why wouldn't it be Asgard, right? Could be that, or could be Wakanda. We already know Wakanda has a giant force field / bubble on top of it that protects outside people from seeing in, which could coincide with the POI locations of the sounds of entering that location and exiting that location. It could be something like you are looking at it and it looks to be the Chapter 2 map. However, when you enter inside of it, it could be Chapter 1 map, or it could be Asgard, or it could be Wakanda, it could be any of those things. Or my final theory is that Galactus is coming down. There are images out there that there's like a star in the Fortnite sky map, and everybody is assuming that that is Galactus coming down to the map, because apparently, the Nexus War and the fight between Thor and all the Marvel characters and Galactus, it could be just a force field, right? So that's the most, that is the least exciting one, theory for the whole entire, sphere location, but that's what I was able to come up with. Those were the clues that I had and the theories that I came up with. Let me know down below what your theories are, what you think about what this sphere means, what Tony Stark is doing, what this location is going to do or be, down in the comments below. So that's all I got for you guys. So I'll see you guys next time.